Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Rashi Academy. I'm your teacher Rashi. In this video, I'm going to solve questions from NSO, that is a National Science Olympiad. So I have class 6 paper which is set P. So in my previous video, we already solved logical reasoning, which is total 10 questions we solved. Now let's start science questions with full explanation, in which we are going to solve 35 questions. So are you all ready now? So let's start. So first question from the science topic is, this is a question number 11. Read the given statement and select the option that correctly identifies them as true and false. So that means here you have to, it's a true and false question only, but there are the 4 points. You have to identify which are true and which are false. And there are options, 4 options A, B, C, D, and all the options are given, and you have to check which is the correct option, and you have to fill your OMR sheet. Now, we are going to discuss each and every point with the full explanation. I try to help you to understand all the points. Thank you. So, number 1 point is the predominant element in the composition of Earth is iron. So, maybe you know the word element, you know the word composition of air, everyone knows. Now here, composition of earth, they ask you, this question asks you, but you can observe it's written predominant element. See, this is a key word. So first you have to understand what is predominant element. In the composition of earth is iron. So this point is correct. So it's a true. You heard many times most abundant element in the earth crust is oxygen. Yeah, so that's correct. So this is most abundant element. So here it's a difference. This is a predominant, but what I'm talking about most abundant element, and that is oxygen. Okay, this is most abundant element in the earth crust is oxygen. So I'll write here most abundant element. Now here predominant. First try to understand the difference between the most abundant and predominant. Most abundant is refers to something being present in the largest quantity. For example, let's take oxygen molecules only. So these oxygen molecules are in numbers than any other gas in air. Yeah. Now, if it come back to the predominant means it implies not only a high quantity but also a significant influence or dominant other element with a given context. Okay. So it also leading or controlling the presence, often in which added weight or any importance. Let's take an example to explain the predominant. Suppose you have one beautiful picture, one beautiful painting. In that painting, there are a lot of different colors are there. But if you notice, there is maximum, the good amount of color is blue. Wherever you can see, it's blue in color. So we can say the color blue is predominant in the painting, which indicates blue color is noticeable and impactful. So here, the predominant element in the composition of earth is iron. So you know that by mass, if we can see weight, the earth composed is mostly iron, which is around 35%, oxygen, which is 30%, silicon, which is 15%, and then magnesium, which is 13%, and 7% is some other elements. You know, kids, hydrogen is the most abundant element in the universe, and then second most abundant element in the universe is helium. So I have one circle to show you composition of earth is by its mass. So I have a scale, and it's this one, in which, let's take a center point of this, 35% is iron. So let's just draw like something like this. Okay. Then 30% is oxygen, which is very nearer. Yeah. Something like this. Then 15% is silicon. And then 13% is your magnesium, and 7% is other elements. So here you can see 35% is iron, 30% is oxygen. This is the composition of earth by mass. 15% is silicon, 13% is magnesium. So 13% is magnesium and 7% is other elements. Now, second point. The sun contains 75% of the mass of the solar system. Okay, that's false. Why? Because sun contains 99.86% of the mass of the solar system. Its mass is more than 333,000 times that of Earth. Okay. Now third point, the radius of the sun is comparable to the radius of the Earth. As I already discussed, just told you that its mass is more than a Earth, sun's mass is more than a Earth. So obviously radius of the sun is not comparable. So the radius of the sun is 696,265 kilometer. This is the radius of sun, and the earth radius is 6,371 kilometer. So you can see how much difference it is. So that's why it is not comparable. So this option is also false. So one more thing here, the volume of the sun is so huge which can hold around 1 million earth in it. Isn't it different thing? So you can see the sun radius and the earth radius. The sun radius is 109 times than the earth radius. So look here how big it is. You know that a sun is composed of a mixture of 73% of hydrogen and 25% of helium and 2% of other elements by its weight. Let's move on to the fourth point. The earth is the densest, underline the word densest, among all the planets in our solar system. That's true. You know what? The density of all the inner planets is good more than the density of the outer planets. So Earth is the one of the inner planet. Earth density is high because its core is made up of iron and nickel. You know what? Mercury is almost so dense as Earth only. Why? Because it's look like smaller than Earth, but Mercury has a large iron rich core. So it's near about that only, but Earth is more denser than Mercury. There is one more fact I will share you here. You know, Saturn is the outer planet, and Saturn is the least dense planet in the solar system. And you know what? The density of this Saturn is less than a water. If you want to sink in the ocean, Saturn never sank. It always starts floating on the water. Why every one scientist wants density? You know, this density of a planet tells astronomer what the planet is made up of and how its structure. I hope kids this information helps you a lot, and thank you. Please like and subscribe my channel and share with your friends. Take care. See you in the next video. Bye bye.